Hey business owners, you're welcome back to EasyLoan TV. You've been hearing about microfinance banks, microfinance firms. At least if you have been here long enough, you would have heard me mention at a point microfinance bank, microfinance firm. And you're wondering, are they not the same thing? What's the difference? Well, they are not the same thing. Now, if you stick with me to the end of this video, you will find out the difference and you will know which one is you should approach for that business loan you want to access. Okay, here it is. A microfinance bank, like the name suggests, is a bank. And we all know what banks do. Everything a bank does, they do. All right? So a microfinance bank is regulated by the CBN, licensed by the CBN, regulated by the CBN. All right? They don't do anything on their own. Everything a bank does, the microfinance banks do. And another thing is, you know that a bank accepts deposits, all right? So they give you the services of a bank. But the thing is, they operate, on a smaller scale. The size of a microfinance bank is not the same as that of a commercial bank. I am not talking about the building, okay? That is the structure. Everything that has to do with a microfinance bank is different from that of a commercial bank. They do their own on a smaller scale, okay? So that is it for a bank. Now, they are well structured. They have more stricter regulations than a microfinance firm. On the other hand, a microfinance firm is an NGO registered with the Corporate Affairs Commission. Yes, it is not a bank. And you know, NGOs are focused on one thing. If this NGO is on education, it's just education. If it is health, it is health. You cannot be doing this one and be doing that one. So a microfinance firm is that NGO that is for loan purposes. They are formed to take care of micro businesses, small businesses, medium-scale businesses. That's what they do. And another thing, they cannot accept deposits, because they are not a bank. A microfinance firm cannot take deposits. You cannot walk into a microfinance firm and say, okay, I want to open an account. But you can go to a microfinance bank and open an account. You can open a savings account, you can open a current account, you can run your accounts there. Okay? You can borrow huge amounts of money, but a microfinance firm takes care of small businesses. The woman selling pepper in the market, selling tomatoes in the market, selling food stuff, she can go to a microfinance firm and access a loan. She cannot walk to a microfinance bank. Now, a microfinance firm, you borrow your money there, most of it is without collateral. All they are asking you is, okay, give us a guarantor. You know, their processes are easier. Okay, the kind of regulations they have in a microfinance bank, they don't have it in a microfinance firm. So you can borrow money if you're a small business person. That kiosk in your neighborhood, that is where they get money. That is if they want. So in a microfinance firm, you cannot go and do deposits. But if you are their client, during the duration of your loan, you can save. Okay, you can do some savings. After their loan, that savings you can no longer save. Okay, let's say that you borrowed, you can borrow money and save with them. Like I mentioned, as long as that loan is running. When you're done with that loan, you have like 2 months, like approximately 8 weeks to continue saving. If you do not access any loan after that 8 weeks, they move your savings to lapse, what they call a lapse account. That is where it will be until you return to either access another loan, or you say, look, I don't want to take any loan again. I want to close the account. Once account is moved to lapse, it's already inactive. So if you want to start again with them, you have to reactivate that account. So you cannot save with them. And they have funders. You know, NGOs have funders. You apply for funding. A bank, you don't apply for funding. You go and look for deposits. People to open an account with you. So that is the difference between a microfinance firm and a microfinance bank. Now, a microfinance firm, it is faster and easier to get a loan. Maybe within a week, maybe they have processed your loan and you get it. Faster access to loans and disbursements. It is not the same with a bank. You know, a bank, when you're collecting money from a bank, you need a collateral, unlike the microfinance firm. You don't need a collateral, you need a guarantor. A guarantor is a surety. Okay, you need some documents. The documentation is not much. Your ID card, although they will see proof of your business, all right? But ID card and the proof of your address and all that, you can get it within a week. It's faster. So if you're in business and you want the money quick, you want it now, you want it within a week, you can approach a microfinance firm. If you want, maybe you want something that will be long-lasting, very long-lasting, and well-structured, you know, banks, they are well-structured, okay? You can approach a microfinance bank for your loan. And if your business is a small-scale business, what are you looking for in a bank? A microfinance firm can give you the loan to do your business. They are closer to the people. Depending on the size of your business, you can access loans either from any of these. So now you know. So next time when I mention a microfinance bank, a microfinance firm, you will understand what I am talking about. So you don't go to a microfinance firm and be asking them, I want to open an account. They do not open accounts. Grooming Center is a microfinance firm. Grooming also has a microfinance bank. Lapo is a microfinance bank. Lapo has an NGO angle, all right? So all these people, that is what they do. So all you need to do is you do your own research, do your own findings to know which one you want to patronize, which one is good for your business. Now that you know what banks do, what microfinance firms do, you have a clearer picture when you want to access your loan. So which is better? It depends on your goals. If you want a flexible, faster application process, you want to get your money in a very short time, I think you should be considering a microfinance firm. On the other hand, if you want full banking services, you better go with a microfinance bank. So stick with a microfinance firm if you're still building your business. Maybe when your business is grown and you still want to patronize a microfinance bank, you can go and do your banking services with them. So I hope I've been able to clear the air on which one you should approach and which one you should not approach. The most important thing is get that business running. Get it running. Find out what you can do so that you will be able to access more loans. Like if you are patronizing a microfinance firm, it is good for you to continue saving. Because if you want to access a loan from a microfinance firm, you are required to deposit 10% of the amount you want to access. Let's say you want to take 200,000, 10% is 20,000 naira. Now you accessed 100,000 the last time, and you are not saving, and you want to collect 200,000 naira, you may not get it because your savings, you don't have up to the 10% equity they need to give you that loan. So that is why they encourage you to save. And it also, maybe at a point, you are no longer able to continue repaying the loan. And you have savings, your savings is like 50,000 naira, and your loan balance is 50,000 naira. If you are not able to continue repaying that loan, they will just adjust the loan. You know, adjust it. You are not owing them, they are not owing you. So because you have been saving, that's why you were able to close that account without any problem. So if you are accessing microfinance loans from a firm, try and save. It is good for you to save, at least for the duration of the loan you are taking. As long as your loan is running, keep saving. When you're done, if you're no longer interested, you can close the account and walk away. Access your savings and go, close the account, and you are done with them. Until maybe when next you want to access a loan, if you still want to go to the same place. So now you have known what the difference is. You are now in a better position to make your choice and do that which will be profitable for your business. Comment now and understand if this video helped you. Kindly share this video with someone that may need it. Give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. If you are coming to this channel and you have not subscribed so far, please kindly subscribe to this channel. Enable the notification bell so each time I post a new video, you will be notified. And help me grow this channel because I want my channel to grow. Thank you so much for stopping by. I do appreciate you. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, keep doing your business with ease, grow your business, and access the loan that you need to support your business. If you need a loan, access one. It will be good for your business. Bye.